Green power promotes the use of green resources, anything renewable from solar to wind, biomass, geothermal. We're promoting the use of that, and specifically we're focusing on K through 12 students throughout the state of Nevada. We go into different schools, we help install solar panels, wind turbines if able, and more specifically we work with the teachers and the students, helping them to learn how they can incorporate green power not only into their school but into their lives. The Green Power program has been in place since the year 2000. It's funded by the generosity of power customers. So you get your monthly bill, and you can choose to donate just a small portion of money each month to the program. All of those proceeds come to our program, and we help the students and donate it to the schools and teachers.
And for I'm a 6th grader at Mountain View Montessori School. I'm 11 years old. Right now we're planting these 4 garden beds. Each one of them is important to us, and we use each one of them for different reasons. This is our culinary garden. All of the things in here are edible, and we use them to cook, like I said before. We have mint, rosemary, all kinds of different herbs, and this one is the medicinal garden, which all of them have a use and can heal or help cure things. The native Nevada garden, and all of these plants are grown in Nevada and can be found out in the wild. A couple of these plants that's a cacti, obviously, and it's not blooming right now, but in the summer it'll have flowers and it'll be nice and green. That is yarrow, which can be used to help stomach aches, and yeah, these are all native Nevada plants. That one can also be used as medicine, but it is also native Nevadan. So,
Hey, Adam, and this is my friend.
I'm Haley,
and we're going to be talking about the worm bin. So here we have the worm menu. This is
the worm menu.
Yes.
It's pretty funny.
It tells us what we can feed to the worms, like what kind of composting is allowed for them. They have like a
breakfast,
food,
lunch, and dinner, dessert, beverages, side orders.
And here under this worm top we have a newspaper.
And a few worms are actually in there. And what we do with this newspaper is we put it up in balls, and the fruit flies.
It helps trap the fruit flies that fly around.
The fruit flies, and they get stuck and they suffocate, and that helps keep them away.
Okay. We don't want the worms to be in the sunlight. This is our second layer. Our first layer, kind of second layer of the worms, and so we doesn't look like you fed them in a while. There's stickers from the cuties that they've been eating. So this is our second layer, and we feed them chopped up pieces of compost that's allowed from the menu we have to look at, and so these are part of where the worms live. Sometimes we'll put them in some of our plants that we have.
We'll take them out and we put them in the garden.
And also there's a knob down here on the other side of There's a knob, and that's where we call it worm tea, worm juice comes out of. I don't think there's any right now. Don't open it.
But what it happens is this juicy stuff pours out, and it's like the water that got soaked out of the dirt. And
we feed it to our plants. It helps the plants grow a lot more.
It smells like you wouldn't want to put it anywhere near your plants. It smells like rotten eggs.
Yeah, but it actually helps a lot.
It really helps.
Our community gardens that the entire school shares. Each classroom gets 4 beds, and they were just laid out on Saturday. We'll be starting the seeds in the greenhouse in little cone containers, and then we'll plant the baby plants into the garden, since they're going to be raised bins. Yes. The soil here is very rocky and solid, and with the raised beds you can actually pile a lot of compost into it, since it has the sidings that can hold the nice dirt and make it so the plants grow a lot better. As you can see in here, we get all of the leftover fruit peels and fruits and everything like that, and we put them in here from all the classes. And then the upper L1, the gardening committee, will come out and put on the different layers. The different layers are dirt, the fruit peels and everything, sheep manure, and straw and leaves. So once that is done, then we'll just keep doing that. And then once the bins get filled up, we take everything out and turn it up and then put it back in. And we keep doing that until it is down, it's dirt, and then we can use it in our classrooms.
My name is Serena Lieber, and I'm a 6th grader at Mountain View Montessori School. And we have solar panels on our roof. And the two ways to convert light into power are photovoltaic conversion and solar thermal conversion. Solar thermal conversion is used for converting sunlight for heating water, but photovoltaic conversion is used for converting sunlight into energy for our school. So about 10% of the energy that the solar panels and the windmill over there use, we get about 10% of power from all that. And how the windmill gets all the energy is because the wind has a bunch of power in it since it goes, and then the windmill collects that, and then we can use it for our school. We also built model windmills, but instead of being wind powered, they were solar powered, and so we put them together, and then we set them out in the sunlight, and we tracked how many times they would go a minute or 30 seconds and saw which windmill was faster or not, because we made 4. We also learned that if you take a flashlight and stick them up to the solar panel, the windmill would still turn. We make our own cleaning supplies instead of buying some from the store. Since it's all natural, we mix borax, washing soda, vinegar or lemon juice, and vegetable oil-based liquid soap, and some water into our spray bottles, so we use that to clean our tables after lunch. And instead of using paper towels, which is kind of a waste, we use cloth towels that we wipe down our tables with.
This is the cardboard recycling. This is the paper recycling.
We try to recycle as much as we can so that we don't have to waste so much.
And as you can see, it is very full.
So I'm going to open this up.
Oh, this is like bubble wrap and stuff.
Bubble wrap. This is our
aluminum and plastic.
Cans. Yeah, plastic and tin cans. So
plastic.
Not much in
There's
here.
Like
we don't break a lot of glass that much. So
yeah.
Jobs in our class.
Yeah, and each
class will
class
come out with a grown-up and we'll recycle our stuff.
Like
The trash that we have, we'll put it over here. We have our trash bin.
We have a dumpster over there.
And I think that's about what we have about the recycling.
I'm here to talk about our sheep and goats that we have here. Before we had 3 sheep, Felix, Bunny, and Floribel, and we recently got 2 goats. Their names are Napoleon and Lightning, and they live in this pen here. We feed them, this is a mineral lick that we give them. They usually just eat alfalfa, and then they also have these water bins, which they drink out of the water. It can really harm them if the water spills onto the hay in their pen, because they can get all sorts of diseases in their hooves. So we try to keep them on a flat surface. They have 2 different houses. That is the sheep's house over there, and that is the igloo where the goats go in. They also like to jump up on top and stand there looking kind of proud. And there's many reasons just to educate the kids how to take care of animals and how to raise them. We do actually shear the sheep's wool in the summer, and we store them in bags. And then we're gonna learn how to learn how to create the wool into like yarn and stuff.